Take a second to look at your hands. Look closely at your left hand, and then look at your right. We usually think of our bodies as a single, unified package. You have one birth certificate, one birthday, and an age that applies equally to every part of you. But if we trace the actual physical matter making up your skin, bone, and blood, the left side of your body and the right side do not share the same origin point. The specific atoms resting inside your left hand and your right hand were forged by completely different stars. These stars likely burned and exploded billions of years apart, long before our own solar system existed. You are the precise physical convergence of two ancient, entirely unrelated cosmic explosions, arranged perfectly to form one living person. To understand how those atoms got here, we have to rewind to the immediate aftermath of the Big Bang. This grid maps the elements available in the early universe, and it is almost completely empty. The universe initially only possessed the heat required to manufacture hydrogen and helium. Those two gases are too simple to bond into complex chains for organic life. Yet human anatomy requires heavy materials. We need carbon for our DNA, calcium for our skeletons, and iron for our blood. Because the universe's initial creation event failed to provide the necessary ingredients for biology, a secondary, far more violent process was required to manufacture them. That manufacturing happened inside the cores of massive, dying stars. These were the only pockets in the early universe with enough heat and crushing pressure to act as cosmic forges. This diagram illustrates a process called nucleosynthesis. This is where a star literally crushes together the atoms of light elements to forge new, heavier ones. When 3 helium atoms get smashed together, they produce carbon. As the star ages and its internal pressure increases, it continues to compress those elements, eventually forging calcium. But the assembly line stops at iron. Fusing iron actually drains energy from the star rather than creating it. The star's core suddenly loses its outward pressure, causing the entire immense structure to collapse inward on itself. That collapse triggers a massive rebound, a supernova. The explosion scatters all those newly forged heavy elements, the ashes of the dead star, deep across the cosmic vacuum. Millions of different stars exploded over billions of years. Their distinct elemental payloads drifted and collided, creating giant chaotic clouds of dust. These violent deaths populated the empty void with a thoroughly mixed elemental graveyard, supplying the raw materials missing from the Big Bang. Roughly 4.6 billion years ago, one of those dense clouds of stellar debris began to spin and pull together to form our solar system. The planet Earth itself is a direct physical condensation of that multi-star graveyard. The heavy elements trapped in the planet's crust cycled into the soil, into the food chain, and over evolutionary time directly into biological assembly, into you. Because your body is randomly assembled from this deeply mixed galactic soup, the iron in your left thumb and the calcium in your right wrist trace back to entirely different dying stars. Every human life is the universe recycling its own history. To see this in action, prepare to physically bring your hands together. That physical clap is the literal collision of remnants from 2 distinct stars that died billions of years apart. Your body is a living monument to deep time.